Good evening. I can put my hood up, but then you can't rub my head, so. That's awkward.
You kicked it.
After he told me not to.
It's gonna be on there, so I'm
Hey.
really kicking my energy up for this before we go to bed.
Excuse me.
I am inspired to go to bed early.
I thought you were gonna say something. I thought you were gonna say something else.
I'm inspired to go to bed early
Okay.
for the first time in a long time and see if it works. See if I actually go to sleep. I mean,
you should.
going to sleep with intention and falling asleep because you're tired aren't the same thing though. Like I could sit in that chair right there and just be
and
like
go to
and
sleep.
fall asleep, but then go to bed and not.
Well, I don't know. I know I'm going to bed because I've had some very strange hours and waking hours these last few days. So I'm going to bed, and I will be asleep because it doesn't take me long or much.
Take you long at nope, couple sentences and that's it.
All right.
Yeah. We are winding towards January 31st, which will make for 31
days.
Consistent.
Almost. We missed one day.
But we recorded, we didn't post it though. So we recorded consistently for 31 days, right? No? We missed a day where we didn't record?
A day. Yeah.
Wow. So
We're still doing it though.
Right, but we didn't make it up at all?
No.
So we missed a whole day.
Missed a whole day.
Wow.
But that's okay. You miss karate for one day. No, you skip karate for one day. It passes you for 2 days or skips
like
you for
that.
2 days.
No, this ain't that.
It's a good quote though.
It is. I don't know how applicable it is.
It's not, but it just came to me.
Yeah. So anyway, a lot of people have suggested that we do a podcast. So we're still pondering what February 1st and moving forward looks like. You know, do we interview parents? Do we interview
artists?
Other artists? One of the things that's on my mind, though, for sure, is I'm not going to say it, actually. I'm just going to do it.
Okay. There you go.
Just going to do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. But as we do things, we are going to make sure we continue to move forward, continue to be positive and be ourselves. And we're going to continue to share of ourselves and just be the best that we can be and live truly to the fullest.
I don't want to be making this face right now. I'm just processing what you're saying.
I know.
Like, living to the fullest.
Well, it's kind of
means.
What does that mean? It means just live out loud. Just be you. I mean, don't second guess your action. I mean, just be you. Do what you feel. Do what leads you, what your heart is led to do.
There's an artist that I met, that Brian and I met while I was in Charlotte. His name was Andrew something. His handle is Drew Burrs, though, Berzzzz, I think it is. He just really dropped some jewels on us about, like, he's an artist, multidiscipline. So I rarely meet artists that do several disciplines or practices
Mm-hmm.
well. Like, so he was like, he's a poet, jeweler. He sews, knits. Something else he did too. Like he did a long list of things, and I was like, wow.
Wow.
I was impressed because I always feel out of place because I do so many things well, and I've always come across people throughout my life that you know can't understand that I do several things or understand how I do several things and or how they make sense to them because there are people like now that know me just for visual arts, right? And then there's like a break and a pause between when I was doing music, you know. So there's some people who know me for doing music and don't know me. They stopped. You kicked it again. There's some people who know me for doing music and stop following me because I stopped doing music and don't know that I do art, you know. Or
Mm-hmm.
there's some people who know I do art now but don't know I did music. Then there's a bunch of people on either side of those things that don't know I do jewelry at all. So I always felt uncomfortable in another place in being myself, like who makes me, like that's what makes me me. Like the fact that I do all those things is my way of expression. So the long way of getting around to what this guy was saying, he was just talking about his core, and I was like, well, how do you do all those things? And he was talking about the core, like the core, all the things that he does is his way. And I'm paraphrasing because I didn't write it down. I just kind of put it up here. But he was saying that at the core of the things that he does, it's his way of connecting with his ancestors. You know, like when he's doing sewing, he's connecting and using his grandmother's fabrics and her techniques and everything that she taught him. So he's connecting with that. Then jewelry, he was connecting to ancestors because he was working on cowrie shells, you know, like silver and brass cowrie shells, and how cowrie shells were also used for exchange of human beings.
Currency,
Yeah, you know. And so he was doing all these things, and he was saying like the thread for him was like just, you know, the connection to, you know, his ancestors and his people. So it just got me thinking about what my core was, because for a long time I thought my core, if somebody asked me what my core was, I would say it was my creativity. But that's
Hmm.
creativity is like kind of like the in between, like it's like the core, then it's creativity, and then equals the byproduct or the finished product, you know. So I'm still searching to figure out what that thing is, like my core. And for me, it feels like it's freedom, though. Like it feels like it's liberation for me, you know. So I'm still doing some searching, but thank you,
Wow,
Drew, for
that's deep.
it was very deep because basically you're just saying like, you know, you find your core of pretty much your why in a sense too, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, your why. And, you know, you just let all those things lead your decisions, you know, lead the things you do. So
Wow.
if that spoke to anybody, it definitely hit me over the head. And I didn't say it as well as he did. Oh, another thing he said too was about, you're not going to say nothing. You're just going to kick the
I'm
camera twice
listening to
today.
you. Yep.
That was your contribution,
That was my contribution.
kicking the camera. He also said, he was talking about, like, in his disciplines and in his practices,
Mm-hmm.
he was saying how, you know, if you wanted to learn about something, say it was knitting, say it was tennis, say it was whatever, like, he was saying that there are rules to the approaches, right? There are rules to the outcomes of things. And he was like, he just said one thing so briefly and just matter of factly, but I don't even think he know it hit us that hard. But he's like, yeah, he's like, those rules. He's like, those rules are only suggestions, you know. And there's the way he just said it was like, yeah, because we see rules as, oh, this is the way I have to do it
Right.
because it says it right here, you know. And sometimes you got to do it your way. You still end up with come to an outcome.
Twist the rule.
Yeah, you're just saying like, no, that ain't no rule. That's why are we going by rules? Rules are limiting, which we already know.
We already know that.
And he was just saying, no, it's just a suggestion. Doesn't mean you have to be locked into that way that thing is done. Obviously, there are some rules that are fixed.
All right.
You know, like gravity, right? Gravity is, what is that? It's not a rule. It's, what is it? It's
A law?
a law. But a law and a rule kind of are synonymous in a sense. Sometimes, I guess. But very rarely are you going to break the law of gravity.
Remember, he said he found his energy was up because he was getting ready to go to bed. This is him with a lot of energy.
What do you mean? This is me with a lot of energy right now?
Right now.
I'm just talking about something that, for the first time, feel like we talking about something that actually helping somebody.
I know, and you are, and it's great. I think it's awesome. You talking.
Oh, sleepy.
And on that note,
No, a tyrant.
find your core, find your why, add a touch of creativity, and have a good sleep. Peace. Are we saying goodbye?